We'll kickstart this edition with some news just coming in. Rahul Gandhi has written to Prime Minister Modi on the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country. He writes, and I quote, Mr. Gandhi, your government's lack of a clear and coherent COVID and vaccination strategy, as well as its hubris in declaring premature victory as the virus was exponentially spreading, has placed India in a highly dangerous position, unquote. He suggests scientifically track the virus and its mutations across the country using genome sequencing as well as its disease patterns dynamically, assess the efficacy of all vaccines against all new mutations as they are identified. Some suggestions coming in there from Member of Parliament from Wayanad, Rahul Gandhi, who also says rapidly vaccinate our entire population, be transparent, keep the rest of the world informed about your findings, unquote. He's also expressed solidarity. He says we stand together in this battle against the pandemic. Kumar Kunal getting us more details. Some very valid suggestions, I would say, coming in there from the MP from Wayanad there. Kumar.
Yeah, and former Congress president as well. And that's why these suggestions are important, and definitely there are a few suggestions, especially the 4 points mentioned in the letter are quite important. The first point is that we should track scientifically the mutations which are happening inside India. Second, we should also strategize our vaccine program according to the variations and the variants which are coming up. Third point, to vaccinate the entire population at the earliest. And the fourth point, to keep the world aware about whatever the findings we are getting from our studies. So there are 4 points. Even he talked about the lockdown in his letter, and he suggested, Prime Minister of India, that we should go in a lockdown if necessary, but at the same time we should look at the economic aspect of the lockdown. Like during the last year's pandemic and lockdown, many of the people lost their job. They hit badly economically. So that should be taken care of. So these are the valid points on which Rahul Gandhi has written to Prime Minister. Now let's see how central government and PMO reacts over it.
All right, Kumar, thanks for getting us up to speed with that. Former Congress President and MP from Wayanad, Rahul Gandhi, writing to the Prime Minister, offering some suggestions. In fact, interestingly, some of these things that even medical experts and scientists, vaccine watchers all over the world have been saying what India should be doing as far as taking the new